Economically vibrant. Culturally prosperous and socially developed. This is the city of San Fernando, Pampanga. Unfortunately, progressiveness does not shield the city from inevitable catastrophic occurrences and the ill effects of climate change. The city's flood-prone topography is considered as the major reason why some areas remain susceptible to siltation and prevalent flooding. With this, the city government, through the City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, continues to exert efforts in responding with appropriate and timely disaster risk reduction and management policies, as well as climate change adaptation programs. The Council strictly complies with Republic Act No. 10121, also known as the Philippine Disaster Reduction and Management Act, by ensuring that all projects, programs, and initiatives are anchored on the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Plans for thematic areas. With the utilization of hazard and vulnerability maps, the CDRRM office is able to efficiently identify the risks in the city and its exposure, whether on infrastructures, utilities, or the population. A consolidated database which includes demographics is also recurrently updated to easily detect the vulnerable sectors in times of disasters. At the same time, the CDRRMO maintains an index of critical resource networks such as hospitals, utility providers, barangay centers, schools, and private entities. Land use plans, policies, and budgets are also thoroughly crafted for better resource management and strategic implementation of PPAs. The city is also implementing a medium-term local climate change action plan through the initiative of the City Environment and Natural Resources Office, which is an active member of the local DRRMC. Sectoral participation is also encouraged and strengthened, for it plays a huge role in the success of different prevention and mitigation activities and other DRRM endeavors. Meanwhile, Fernandinos are notified of anticipated and unforeseen hazards during their onset, with the use of various media and methods facilitated by the Alert and Monitoring and Information Management Committees. CDRRMO continues to utilize the automated rain gauges and automated weather station in monitoring weather forecast data. Some barangays have proven their creativity by producing improvised rain gauges to immediately give early warnings to their constituency. Flood markers are also dispersed in all identified flood-prone barangays in the city. In addition, alarm systems and ambient air quality monitoring system are installed in selected key areas. With the emergence of technological era, the city government maximizes the use of social media to relay public advisories, weather updates, and situations to the Fernandino community. This 2019, a state-of-the-art facility intended to ensure public safety through enhanced crime surveillance and prevention capability, will open in the city of San Fernando. It is dubbed as the Command and Control Center, or C3, which, according to experts, shall be the last building standing in the city due to its strategic location, strong foundation, and special features. In order to facilitate the unhampered and critical operations of the DRRM, which require reliable transportation, the City of San Fernando assures that government facilities, vehicles, and equipment are insured under the Social Insurance Institution, which is the government service insurance system. The city also ensures the protection of the agricultural sector. That's why farm machineries and equipment that are awarded to Fernandino farmers are granted insurances through the Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation. Calamity loans are also extended to the members of the CDRRMC, local government unit employees, and other support personnel who are affected during calamities. The preservation and protection of the environment should never be an option. That's why the city government incessantly holds sustainable programs that are geared towards the ecological solid waste management. In fact, San Fernando continues to gain fame and recognition for empowering all 35 barangays, including subdivisions, for them to solve their garbage problems. The construction of new residential and commercial infrastructure is regulated by the City RRMC through the Office of the City Building Official to guarantee that all infrastructures are compliant with the safety and risk reduction guidelines. The city government recognizes the need to strengthen the community's capacity for disaster preparedness in order to address the root cause. In 2011, the local chief executive directed the creation of the Local Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. On the following year, the local Sanggunian enacted the City of San Fernando Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Code. The active engagement of various sectors in the LDRRMC is also guaranteed. These include membership of the non-government, private and religious organizations, as well as the business, health and youth sectors, and communication groups. Established in 2011, the City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office is currently located at the old DFA building in Barangay San Juan of the city and is manned on a 24/7 basis. Basic plantilla positions for the hardworking and committed personnel were institutionalized through the Sangguniang Panlungsod. The CDRRMC and CDRRMO are fully competent in Republic Act 10121 and the City Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Code. They also regularly attend technical and supervisory training seminars and brown bag sessions to further improve their competencies. CDRRMO staff and those from the EOC Information Management Committee are knowledgeable in drafting basic disaster reports such as RDNA and PDNA. With all this, CDRRMO is more than ready to serve its constituents. Several DRRM orientations and trainings are initiated to augment forces from various public offices, private entities, and even the grassroots level. The city's fire suppression capability is ensured by the local Bureau of Fire Protection. Fire safety and prevention advocacy activities are religiously conducted by the said agency. In times of calamities, all necessary relief items are readily available, as these are already prepositioned efficiently. The Incident Command System, a standardized on-scene and all-hazards incident management approach, allows for the integration of facilities, equipment, personnel, procedures, and communications operating within a common organizational structure. It enables a coordinated response among various jurisdictions and functional agencies, both public and private, and also establishes common processes for planning and managing resources. The CDRRMC strengthens its ties with local and national agencies like the Department of Interior and Local Government, Office of the Civil Defense, Department of Trade and Industry, Department of Education, Pampanga PDRRMO, Olongapo CDRRMO, and Tarlac PDRRMO. The Council has also established networks for disaster management in the locality through membership in both provincial and regional DRRMO associations, wherein the city DRRM officer has positions of authority. Bus companies operating in the city were also tapped to have access to their transportation resources should the need arise. The standard operating procedures or SOPs are rigorously followed by the emergency response teams and the CDRRMO, guided by internal guidelines as prescribed by the Council and through capabilities enhancement participated by the office. Meanwhile, the City Information Office, which chairs the Information Management Committee of the CSFP EOC, functions as the central public information facility of the city government. Hence, all DRRM-related directives and announcements especially during disasters and emergencies, adheres to the set guidelines and templates. When it comes to deployment, first responders are able to activate the ICS and perform their functions with ICS trainings acquired. The principles of ICS, which was implemented back in 2012, are also implemented during the major events of the city. San Fernando Rescue Unit or SAFRU serves as the response arm of the City of San Fernando Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Division. It continuously renders 24/7 medical and rescue services not only to its constituents but also to its neighboring towns. The CDRRMO conducts regular earthquake drill wherein the procedures on search and rescue operation are performed. The proper way to suppress fire are also demonstrated by the BFP. Considering the low topography of San Fernando, the CDRRMO has pre-identified schools and covered ports to serve as evacuation centers, staging areas, and relief distribution points in case of flooding. Thanks to the Geographic Information System maps managed by the City Information and Communications Technology Office, because searching and locating of evacuation sites, hospitals, and other critical infrastructures was made easier. During activations of the Emergency Operations Center, government vehicles checked in are majorly used for transport of people and goods. The annual perennial flooding remains a big challenge for the city government. That's why the current administration initiated the establishment of an evacuation center and an evacuation complex. These two facilities are currently underway and are both strategically located at the Civic Center in Barangay San Isidro. Since 2009, the local government has strengthened its disaster prevention efforts through plans concretized in various mitigation PPAs and as implemented by the City Engineer's Office. Flood control initiatives are being undertaken all year round in collaboration with the national government and the active participation of the private sectors. The city government provides decent shelter to homeless Fernandinos and the informal settlers living near creeks, flood-prone areas, and public lands, specifically along the Philippine National Railways tracks. City officials have also vowed to prioritize the restoration of the San Fernando River, the city's main catch basin, along with the construction and beautification of the river walk. A comprehensive flood control plan dubbed Sagip Ilog Project was conceptualized in 2004. But despite this being in place and well-functioning, there remains an uncontrolled situation beyond the city's jurisdiction that causes flooding. With this, a water impounding reserva at Barangay Pulongbulu as flood mitigation project was proposed. This primarily aims to mitigate flooding and flooding duration in the city of San Fernando and other adjacent cities and municipalities. Clearly, the city government of San Fernando has taken significant strides to strengthen the adaptive capacities of all levels of the communities, increase the resilience of all vulnerable sectors, and institutionalize measures on disaster mitigation. Through the CDRRMC, it has also embraced the concept of combining environmental protection, economic viability, and social responsibility aspects of development. With all these pioneering approaches, tied with dynamic collaborations and steadfast actions, we surely can promote our right to a safer, adaptive, and resilient abode.